Well, it's the second week of LCS 2020 with coverage brought to you by Alienware. I'm joined right now by Zven from C9 to discuss how things are going. I actually made a mistake earlier. I started to ask Biofrost what it was like laning with you because I forgot for 5 seconds that you were on TSM. Or sorry, you weren't on TSM. It's been an interesting week for me. Either way, I thought it was quite funny though. I caught myself and then we edited it, and now I've exposed myself in this interview with you.
Okay, that's fine.
Either way, so you guys are 4-0, the only team right now that's 4-0. What do you think has led you guys to so much success so quickly?
I think a combination of us having the best off-season practice. Me and Vulcan, the new guys, had a lot of solo queue in Korea. A lot of we're playing our solo queue to build up synergy for the team since we're the new guys. And the other three have already 1 year or 2 years together. So good practice, and then a month in Korea, or 3 weeks in Korea as a team with scrims. Not the best teams, but still okay. And then I think our teams are kind of weak right now. Like TL doesn't have Brox here yet. Immortals didn't even scrim for like more than a week. Some teams didn't bootcamp at the right time, in my opinion. So we're looking good because we have a good read on the meta. Both like the champions on what to pick, but also how to play in the game. We have good Dragon and Herald control. So I like what we're doing so far.
How do you think you can maintain this through the whole split, or are you kind of like, okay, at some point in time, these other teams are going to catch up?
I think today we got a little cocky against one of these. I always played ball in and took one more wave, and it meant that one of these got a Herald without a fight. Actually, they just got away with it for free, which was bad. And I think Blabber had some moments where he ran it down a little bit. He knows that too. But overall, our macro is really good right now, so I think we can keep this going, and we'll probably be fine. But at some point, I think our teams will catch up once Brox arrives at some point, hopefully. And TSM is also good in my opinion, and Dig and FlyQuest look pretty good actually. For my scrims and FlyQuest, they're the best team we scrimmed.
FlyQuest is?
Yeah, we haven't scrimmed Dignitas yet, so there's that, I guess. But yeah, Fly is looking good so far in scrims.
Yeah, are you surprised to see Fly and Dig doing so well? Because I feel like they were not anticipated to be doing nearly as well as they have been. Obviously, Fly lost today, but...
Yeah, I had Fly and Dignitas like 5th, 6th-ish, and I had like TL, TSM, C9, top 3. So I was a little surprised, yeah. But I think there's some good players on those teams, so I can see why they're winning.
What's going on with your beard? Is this a new thing?
I don't know. I'm just letting it be sometimes. I'm like, I'm not looking at the camera. I'm like,
Yeah. I feel like this is the rebrand. Like you're leaving TSM. You're now on C9. You can just this new look, right?
I mean, I don't know. Like some people tell me, "Oh, it looks awful, dude." I'm like, "Okay, thanks." And some guys like, "Oh, it looks pretty good, dude." I'm like, I don't know, man.
Peter did everything he could to get me to shave my beard as it was coming in. Like everything I read online is everyone will tell you to shave, and it looks bad. You just have to hard commit, like past everybody saying that, and then eventually they all switch their mind to like, actually, this is way better.
The problem I have right now is that this face, like the 2-week beard, doesn't look good in my opinion. For mine at least, right? I don't feel like it looks that good right now. But like the 1-week beard looks pretty nice. So I'm like, where do I go? And then if I commit for like 4 weeks, 5 weeks maybe, and it looks bad, I'm like, fuck, dude, I wasted so much time.
No, but you won't waste because then you'll know.
Okay,
like
yeah,
so, like you do the 4 to 5, and then if it doesn't work, that's fine. But you should definitely try to go as long as you can and see how it works, because everybody's going to tell you not to do it. Regardless, so you guys are 4-0. Do you think Dig won't be able to maintain? Do you think they'll go 4-0?
I think we met some resistance today against one of the teams, but Dignitas also, the win yesterday against TL, it was, right? Looked really like it was a knife edge the whole game. They could have lost that game very easily. They were actually losing at some point. TL was in their base taking the inhibitor. Jensen was like mega fed on Rise. I felt like the game was kind of in a spot where TL is winning no matter what happens here. And then they got caught in the base. They all die. I'm like, oh, okay, the game's just over, I guess. One second, right? So I feel like TL is stronger than Dignitas, even though they lost. But I think we're stronger than Dignitas is my point here.
So do you think you guys are the best team in the league right now, hands down?
Yeah, I think so. I think FlyQuest and Dignitas are like trailing right behind us, but I think we're better than them a little bit at least.
Well, you said you think TL is better than Dig, right?
that is true, but
so if
they aren't better, but they will be soon. Okay. And Dignitas wins aren't like, whoa, they're so insane. It's more like at moments, right? There's like there's like a little bit of room, but they could lose. But in our games, I don't feel like we're losing ever. So yeah.
How's the rest of, 2 weeks in, how's it going with the rest of the players? Is everybody I don't know, working out okay with each other?
Yeah, I think so far me and Vulcan doing well together as a duo. We play duo queue most of the days. We played a lot in Korea. Personality-wise, it's pretty good. We have same opinions about champions, about plays. We talk about the lane phase, about the game pretty often, which is nice. Niski, I knew from before. We're pretty good friends. We have a lot of banter between us, which is pretty nice. I like that Eric and Blabber are really easy to talk to as people. Eric is very easy to talk to. Blabber is a funny guy as well. So I like my teammates as people, but also as players in the game. So far I have nothing but a good thing to say about my teammates, and they're all playing well in LCS so far. So it's just so good.
Well, if you don't mind, I'd love to ask you about your former team, TSM. They won today, didn't look super strong after 0-2 last week. What do you think? I don't know how much their games you've been able to catch, but what do you think is holding them back from being really good?
I didn't watch their first game, but I watched their Immortals game and their game today. We were watching and playing after them. So I think today they had some good moments. I feel like they have a lot of good moments actually in their game. The draft today was pretty good, or okay at least. Yeah, I don't know. I think they have good moments here and there, and then they make some mistakes. But I feel like in a few weeks they'll be one of the good teams, like a top 3-4 team, and then we'll see how that goes in playoffs.
I feel like you have a lot of teams that you think are going to be like top teams.
Yeah,
I don't know if you know how top works, but there can't be that many top teams.
Okay. Playoff teams. I think like TSM is going to be in playoffs for sure. I think it's going to be TL, TSM, Cloud9, Dig, Fly, and then yeah, whatever.
Somebody else.
Yeah, who cares, right?
I mean, I think probably those other teams care. I interviewed Peter earlier today, and no, sorry, Doublelift.
Okay,
yeah. He's the ADC for TL.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And he was mentioning that he thinks that you are in the best form he's ever seen you in the LCS. He thinks that you're just in a really great situation. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I'm better right now than I was before. I took much time to reflect in the offseason about my mistakes. I looked at my top 3 worst things I do in game, and I fixed most of it. But honestly, playing AD in Cloud9 is so easy. Like, my teammates are so good at playing for my role that it's just like my tolerance are so willing to play weak side or to sacrifice for me. Lane assignments, champion picks. Niski can play it all. So he's played 4 champions so far. Eric can play Ornn if he has to, or GP if he has to, or whatever. Camille, he saw it all today. My support is really good. He has solid talent, good mechanics, good laning, communication. My jungler is really, really good, I think. So it's like, I look at the game, I'm like, oh, this is free win. I win lane, Dragon's gone, okay, I go top. Herald's gone, okay, nice. Tower's gone, I'm like, oh.
Well, and I asked him why he thought that, and he mentioned he feels like a lot of it was support difference, and that this year you having a great support really allows you to feel confident and do what you want to do.
I mean, I think Smoothie is pretty good as a player overall. He struggled with the junglers, jungle synergy. Blabber and Vulcan have very good synergy right now. We play a lot towards the ball lane. Mid to ball lane is like the meta, the FPX Worlds playstyle, right? So yeah, I feel like my teammates are enabling me very easily. And that's why I haven't died yet. I'm not planning to play for KDA or like try to not die ever because I want to defend myself from my last years. It's just like so easy for me not to die. My teammates are always there. I have wards everywhere. I have good calls about TPs that are up or not. Our macro is good right now. My picks are good right now. My lane matchups are either 5-5 or winning. So I don't know. It's just like I'm good as well, but my teammates are so good.
I mean, this was a meme I think that started on Hotline League when Jack was in the chat, but he, I think, referred to TSM as talent suppression machine, and now we've seen more of that since you've been doing so well. Do you have any thoughts on sort of that meme and it's popping up? Because you are certainly looking better than you did there.
So I had a bit of segment on Summoning Insight where I shit on TSM a little bit, but I'll be honest and say I did a lot of mistakes on TSM myself that wasn't like coaching issue or whatever, right? And I think it's getting kind of boring. Shit on TSM, I hear a lot from like casters, journalists, analysts, personalities, whatever. They're like, yeah, fuck TSM, just so bad, dude. Yeah. TSM, suppression machine, whatever. And like, seen as a rehab center, but I don't think it's just that simple, right? There's like a lot of differences, but I think I fit well in this team. And that's just how it is. I don't think it's TSM's fault necessarily, or like they make players bad or whatever, or turn into wards. I feel like it just didn't work, and that's fine.
You were mentioning that you've heard from a lot of personalities, analysts, players, etc., joking about talent suppression machine. Again, I will remind you, your owner, Jack, was the one who I first saw say it. Yeah. So are you also calling him out? Yeah,
I mean, Jack. I mean, I think it's funny. Don't get me wrong, right? Yeah. I just think it's like that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the lame thing is like when you go to World. I mean, it's like Worlds 2019, right? And the first thing you hear is like Ender saying, "TSM isn't here." Right. And I'm like, okay, dude. Like, neither is fucking some other team, right? And I didn't hear any jokes about them, right? Next year, if we don't see Fnatic at Worlds, no one will care. There will be no jokes about Fnatic not being here, right? I think that's lame. Right. This kind of stuff, I'm like, come on, like it's like a cheap shot for like attention, right? Or for like easy likes of followers, right? But the TSM jokes, banter between the owners, Steve, Reginald, and Jack, I think that's funny. I think it adds flavor to the LCS that they have this little banter going on, and I like banter where people hate each other. Yeah. Like you can make a joke about someone and be like, haha, that's funny, and then if you lose or win, you can hit back a little bit, or whatever, right?
So it's a little bit different. It's like it's the difference between a cheap shot, like
banter,
out of it.
Yeah, banter and just being like, come on, dude. Gotcha. Like, yeah.
That's fair. Is there anything that you want to say to any of the C9 fans out there?
Yeah, I mean, so far I've seen nothing but positive things in my Twitch chat, and my Twitter. When I post something, I feel happier than ever before. My teammates, and I know I have big shoes to fill, and I'll do everything I can to make sure that Cloud9 keeps going to Worlds and keeps doing well there. So, yeah, have some faith in us, and I hope you'll be rewarded. And yeah, thank you.
Well, thank you so much for the interview. For everyone else, you can check out the rest of my coverage of all things esports right here on my YouTube channel. Thanks so much for watching that interview. I really appreciate you doing that. By the way, look at this watch. Wait, can I do this again? Here we go. Ready? And look at this watch. Look at that. That's my movement watch. I've got these shades. I don't need them right now because it's kind of overcast. But those are made by Movement. They sponsor our coverage along with Alienware. You can check out Movement in the video description below. You can save 15% off. They make some cool accessories. They're based out of LA. You checking them out helps me out and lets me continue to make content for you that you get to watch for free. So isn't that great? That's like a win-win for all of us.